Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush. Welcome everybody to the hotel where Dr. Cush is currently going live from. I am currently called to a land, magical, mythical, odd land called Florida. I am here in a hotel room in Florida. So I figured, why not, when you are amongst the Romans, you do as the Romans do. When you are amongst the Florida people, you make their native drinks. And so we are here to make Florida's native drink, the Rum Runner. So this was a little bit more difficult than I wanted it to be. Normally on road shows, is it going slow? Let me just see if I can close out a couple other programs. Maybe that'll help us slow this down a bit. Let's close out this. I don't know. Listen, road shows, right? Okay. I don't know how to do a road show. We are making the mythical Rum Runner. Is this even? You guys got to tell me if this is even working. Because it looks like it's not. We're gonna be making a Rum Runner. Now, more difficult than I thought it would be, because I thought maybe I could just buy all the ingredients, you know, where I am. Turns out I travel carry-on only, so I had to find a way to bring a lot of booze with me. So we're gonna go through all the booze with me on the airplane, and then we are going to make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredient drink here in Florida. And then we are going to learn a little bit more about boxing, because I have so much room behind me. So that's what we got. Here's the intro. Let's.
Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink.
I'm getting the audio is doable, and then an oops too soon. So maybe we are not able to go live. This I am staying at a La Quinta, and La Quinta, I guess, not known for their amazing internet. So that's what we're dealing with currently. We're gonna make it anyway. Give you guys at least a chance to sit around and talk, and then if this works also, hey, we're in a good spot. So let's get into this cocktail, the Rum Runner. Oh, thanks. Jen says it's great. Keep going. Thanks, Motu Jen. This one comes from quite a long time ago, from a guy named Tiki John. Tiki John was coming from the islands of the Keys. I guess you don't call them the island, the Keys. It comes from the Keys. Get over it. It comes from the Keys. Now, currently, I'm about as far from the Keys as you can get. I'm in a little town called St. Augustine, which I found out, and this is I don't know, history buffs, any of you guys? Maybe. The oldest town in America. It was the first settlement. At least that's what the locals are saying. Now, the locals are also saying, you know, watch over that alligator. So what am I going to believe? Am I going to believe everything they say? They're living with alligators. I can't believe that kind of stuff. So the Rum Runner has a lot of different great versions of it. It's kind of almost like saying a rum barrel. Everybody has their version. I've been making the same version of Rum Runner for a long time. I think it's very nice. I think the Rum Runner that I make is very nice. And so I'm going to teach you that one. Cool. I traveled light. I'm only here for a day and a half, so I traveled light, so I didn't bring my whole bar kit. So we're gonna use everything in the hotel to make our drinks. These are coffee cups, free coffee cups. Thank you, La Quinta. Windham, thank you, Windham, and your La Quinta subsidiaries. We're gonna be serving it in one of these little guys wrapped up here. So let's get that all unwrapped. We do have ice, and since we don't have shakers, we're gonna box. So get ready for boxing. All right, I'm gonna stand back there. I'm gonna box this guy out. We're gonna show you guys a couple of boxing techniques. So let's get into it. When I travel and I need booze, I travel with these little guys. There's not a brand on these. I don't even know where to buy them. I get these sent to me from different liquor companies, but they have this little guy in them, this little rubber business. There are some of these that just have a little piece of cardboard in them. Those ones, garbage. Hot garbage. No good, no fun. You want the ones with the little rubber business in them. So these have never leaked in a bag of mine. They carry about a little bit more than 2 ounces of booze in them, which is nice if you're making a cocktail that has, 2 ounces in it. You don't even have to measure it. We're making one that has a lot of ones in it. So good news there. All we got to do is do half of everything there. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's go through the ingredients. This is a split base cocktail. Can you do it with just one rum? Yeah. I don't care. It's your. Oh, sorry. Should I say hello to the people? Let me say hello to the people. Yeah. I was sorry about my stuff. I didn't even think you guys. Shawnee P. Good evening to Shawnee P. DCW Clark, winner of the 2023 Cush Tucky Derby, is here. Winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby, and person who almost fell off of a catamaran. Tiki Bonbon. Tiki Bonbon. Tiki Bonbon. That's full. Kyle Tender is here. Not here. I don't go with Kyle Tender. If I had a +1, probably bring my wife, but I'd bring Kyle. I think Kyle would be fun to travel with. He doesn't eat much, doesn't say much. And I bet I could just take him to an arboretum, tree house. Take him to a tree house, leave him there for a couple hours, go do my own thing. The Salmons are here. To Amy and Chris, always a pleasure there, never a chore. Let's see what else we got here. Most Captain Jack and Coke is here. I assume that means Tiki. Oh, there's Tiki. Oh, today is K Dog's birthday. Happy birthday to K Dog. Hey, another big birthday in the house. We're the 2022 Cush Tucky Derby. Grant Cushman. It's Grant's birthday. You know whose birthday it is? Keith Austin. A lot of October 23rd birth in my life. That's an odd thing to. I also have a lot of Cinco de Mayo birthdays. My buddy Naked, my Uncle Todd, a lot of those birthdays. And weirdly enough, I have a lot of 9/11 birthdays. My sister-in-law, my buddy Rocky, those three. 10/23, 5/5, and 9/11. Is this going to get demonetized? Probably. Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, big happy birthdays to our good friend K-Dog. K-Dog says, thank you to everybody for the birthday wishes. You're very welcome there, K-Dog. Absolutely. Motu Jen, obviously here. Good to see you. Roger is here. Cheers, everybody. Happy Thirsty Thursday. I missed somebody. Did I just say Jack and Coke? Yeah. We're doing great, guys. Doing excellent. Okay. Where was I talking? I was doing a commercial for something that I don't have a brand name for. Anyway, I travel with these bottles. I make all this work. So these are the bottles I have in front of me. This is an unaged Puerto Rican style rum. I will tell you right now that this is definitely Bacardi. So don't even start questioning that. Oh, 1 sec. Let me smell that. Nope. This is an unaged rum. I can tell you it's definitely Bacardi. This right here, you need a light rum and a funky rum. This is our good friend Dr. Bird. It's an overproof. It's 100% or 100 proof, 50% ABV. We need a little bit of funk on that. This right here, I didn't think I'd be able to find in Florida, so I brought it definitely here by myself. This is some creme de banana liqueur. I like the Giffard stuff. You guys are taking note of what I like. I like the Giffard creme de banana. I think they do good work there. Rolling this. What else do I have in here? Oh, smell everything. Remember, see what I remember. Oh, that's what I like about those. Yes, this is grenadine. just homemade bread. This right here is a creme de cassis. It is a, or sorry, creme de mure. This is a blackberry liqueur. You'll notice that I only have halves of these. It's because that's all I only need halves of those. What do we decide this was? Oh, this is Dr. Bird. And then pineapple juice. I need 2 ounces of pineapple juice, so I figured I'd be making 2 of these tonight. So I brought 2 little guys there. And then there are easier ways to do this, but I also brought an actual lime. I brought 2 little limes. You'll notice that this lime has a little scar in it. That is because I also don't check a bag, so I practice cutting with this. So we're gonna absolutely see a huge failure in lime cutting tonight. Hopefully that's interesting to you guys. So let's get into it. We're going to be building inside of one of these little cups here. So we are going to do some, oh, this is the type that I don't like. See how it's just got a little cardboard in there? Put that on the white rum because I wasn't afraid of spilling. We're going to do a little addition by subtraction. What we want to do is just take half of this bottle and pour it in here. This is our white rum. We're going to go right to the halfway line. There we go. That is going to be about 1 ounce of a white rum. We also want a funky style overproofed rum, something in the 100 to 110%. We're going to go here until it is lying flat. And there we go. We got our half Dr. Bird and our normal rum. Creme de banane. There are lots of crazy types of creme de banane. There's like a 99 bananas, which is, it tastes like banana runts. I cannot get down on that stuff. It certainly has its place in the world, but if you want a something that mixes a little bit better with everything else, find yourself a good creme de banane or a banana brandy, something like that. Little less sweet, certainly still has that runts quality to it. We know what I'm talking about, right? That ethyl acetate that it tastes like banana. Apparently, there's a thing that just tastes like banana, a chemical. Throw it in here. You got yourself a good creme de banane. We also want 1 ounce of that. So we're really doing good work here. So we just want to go until we're at the halfway point, right there. And we got our creme de banane. We got to get a little, oh yeah, look at that little overhead cam action. Ooh, not a fun color. Smells nice. Smells nice. Okay. Then we got to get into our sweeteners. Basically, well, I suppose the creme de banane is a sweetener. A lot of sweeteners going into this thing. So let's see. If I open it right here, can you guys hear it? This is the sound I like with these little, with these ones that have the plastic. Didn't do it. Never mind. Grenadine. A lot of rum runners, and I assume the original rum runner would have probably used some of that Roses stuff. I am not allowed to use that Roses stuff. Roses has let me know that I am no longer welcome in the Pink Roses Club. They don't want me, and you know what? You are no kind of person until you are not allowed in some club. You got to stand up for yourself. I'm standing up for you guys. I'm standing up for all bartending when I say, stop it. Stop it, Roses. We only need a ½ ounce of this stuff. A little harder to do, but since I put in about a half, we're gonna go this one until it's about down to the halfway point of what I've poured. There we go. This is homemade grenadine. Very simple to make. One of the simplest things. All it is a simple syrup made with pomegranate juice. Pomegranate juice is very simple to obtain. Palm Wonderful makes honestly, makes a very wonderful version of this. A really good way to do it. There are a lot of other fun pomegranate juices, but not roses. Palm Wonderful does a really good one. I really like that stuff. Creme de Mure. Kind of a, oh good. Debbie got kicked out of her local Mensa club. Smart. Smart. Really, really smart. Yeah, Bon does not like this. Yeah, honestly, if you get kicked out of the Mensa Club, you know, there's only one way to do that. You make those idiots look like dummies. Way to go. Way to go, DC. Sticking it to the Smarties. Creme de Cassis, or sorry, which one is this? Creme de Mure. This is creme de Mure. You can also use creme de cassis. Creme de Mure is going to be a little sweeter. You can also use just regular blackberry brandy or some sort of blackberry liqueur. I think in this, a Chambord works pretty well. Chambord, unfortunately, just doesn't have a lot of kick to it. It doesn't stand up for itself in a drink. It sort of lays back and lets the drink take it over. So find a creme de mure or a creme de cassis, something that has that real like berry flavor to it. This is what a lot of people will change in the drink. Some people don't want to go out looking for creme de mure. Say, I'm really only going to use creme de mure one time. I'm only going to use creme de cassis one time. I'm going to use it for this drink. I'm not going to use it. Find another sweetener, or you can always add a little bit more grenadine. Yes, it will change the flavor, but because the Rum Runner has gone through so many changes in its whole life, the what you add as your berry flavors is completely up to you. Just because you change, if you change the Averna out of a Black Manhattan, you got something different. That's a different drink. You don't really get to call it a Black Manhattan anymore. If you take out the Nonino from a Paper Plane, hey, you're real close. You are very close to that Paper Plane. You don't have a Paper Plane. Those have very specific recipes. This one, all along the board, all across the eastern seaboard. This one is so. Do what you like. You guys are in a good place. We're gonna go ahead and use half of what I poured in here for this. You can see. Can I get this here? You can see that this stuff is a little heavier than the grenadine. The grenadine sort of mixed in there really well. The creme de cassis has a different specific gravity. It's thicker, it has more weight to it, so it doesn't mix well with the other flavors. Not that it doesn't mix well, it mix easily with other flavors. The flavor is fine. It doesn't mix well with the other liquids. So that's why we're going to be boxing this one. We really need this one to shake, because even after I poured all the stuff in there, you can see there's just kind of like a brown mass at the bottom. Is anybody watching the Alien show? Reminds me a little bit of that stuff. The gook, the guck. Okay. We have a lot of sweetener in here. Lots of it. We need to sort of balance this thing out. This cocktail is one of the reasons that a lot of people will tell you they don't like Tiki. They say it's way too sweet for me. Everything in it is so sweet. Everything in it is so sweet. We Tiki files know that most Tiki drinks, while yes, they do have juice in them, yes, they do have a lot of sweetener, a lot of sweet stuff in it. Rum can often be seen as a very sweet liquor for people that have only ever had Captain Morgan. You know that there's some sweetness to that. What was I saying? Oh, but a lot of Tiki drinks actually have a lot of complexity, a lot of depth, a lot of interesting flavors that we can start to deal with. This one is a pretty sweet drink. It's a pretty sweet. One of the souring agents that we're going to be putting in here is going to be pineapple. So, Alien Earth, yes, thank you, Chris. Alien Earth is a fantastic show. I am a huge Alien fan. I think I've watched all of them. I think Alien Earth is the second best Alien iteration. I think Aliens is the best, then Alien Earth, then Alien. Hot take. Hot take. I think Aliens is better than Alien, and I think Alien Earth is better than Alien. I'm gonna get canceled, aren't I? Pineapple juice. Pineapple juice is a sour. Oh, so here's the deal. For this, you are going to want to find a less sweet pineapple juice. I can give you some hints. Obviously, fresh squeeze is going to do it. Fresh squeeze is squeezed is a good way to get a lot of the sour from the pineapple. That's a good way to do it. Do that. I agree, Chris. Romulus was awful. I watched it like 5 times, but it wasn't good. Um, uh, Another good one to do, and I will say this out loud. I will say it loud and proud. If you want a less sweet pineapple juice, Trader Joe's has a pretty good less sweet pineapple juice. They have taller cans. It's a little less sweet. It's not the same as getting a fresh squeezed pineapple. That's always going to be better. You're going to get a lot of that sour, but Trader Joe's does have a pretty good pineapple juice. I like using the Dole little cans, but the Dole little cans do come off a little sweet. So just adjust accordingly. So go ahead and put in your pineapple juice. We need 2 ounces of pineapple juice in this one. Since in the great words, or in the great thoughts of a guy named Jason Archer, who runs the best bar in Phoenix called Platform 18. He also runs the Undertow in Phoenix. He does everything in halves. So there's a full sour, which is like a lime. A lime is it's a full sour. So that's for a portion, it's a full sour. Pineapple juice is a half sour. It does have souring agents to it, but it isn't a full. So if you need the full amount of sour that the pineapple juice is going to give you, you got to bump it up. You have to bump it up to you got to double whatever the one is. So let's do that. If you need to balance out all the sour we've put in here, we need to put in about 1.5 ounces of sour into this thing. So since we have the pineapple juice, in order to get to 1.5 ounces of sour, we have to add 2 ounces to get to 1 ounce. This is what I've lost the plot, haven't I? I've gone full conspiracy theorist. Anyway, pineapple full sour, you need to add the full thing. Sorry, half sour, so you need to add the full thing. We're going to attack this lime. I figured you guys would want to see this, so we'll just bring this little guy down here. Oh, and you guys can watch me. Put it right here. How about you guys can watch me slice a lime? So we're going to take our the dumbest tool there is, the plastic butter knife, and we're just really going to saw at this thing. I mean, we're really going to go for it. We are not doing our half moons on this. We would be here Monday, and I have a flight tomorrow, so I would not make it. We have missed our cut. We didn't make it all the way through, so now we got to do a little surgery there, and then we're going to cut all the way through. There we go. This is the trapping. This is the bad part of being on the road and trying to make yourself a regular cocktail. Great way to do it. Pseudo juice. Getting some pseudo juice in a travel bottle would have been a good way. We're going to squeeze this by hand. Going to really make a face while we're doing it. Since we're squeezing this by hand, let's do it like this so you guys can see me doing it. Since we're doing this by hand, we are going to put the full amount of lime in here, the full lime in here. Achoo! Lime makes me sneezy. We're going to put the full lime in here because we're not going to get all the juice out of here. We can squeeze and squeeze all we want, but it's just never going to work. Let's get that other lime in here. If I was really thinking about this, I could probably squeeze lime and then taste and then squeeze again. But we'll do at least 3/4 of the lime. And then if we need more lime juice in here, we'll add it at the very end. Cool. So let's give this a little wipe, putting it right over the computer. You can see that this has now sort of congealed into, there we go. It's sort of congealed into kind of an ugly flavor or an ugly color. But even though it has congealed, even though it's all kind of come together, we still have to mix this a little bit. So we are going to box. So let's get boxing going. We're going to grab just a little bit of ice. Drop this ice right in here. There we go. And then we're going to box the cocktail. So I'm going to step back here, show you guys what a boxing cocktail is. This is really nice because I do not care about the floor in this hotel. I'm sure somebody does. I do not. When you are boxing a cocktail, incredibly important. There's got to be a metaphor in here somewhere. It's confidence. You gotta go full at it. You can't be timid when you're boxing a cocktail. You want to get those long stretches, and if you don't just pour quickly, you're not going to get them. So start low and then really pull back like this. There we go. And then just sort of like juggling. I don't know if this is a metaphor you guys are going to get. In juggling, when you're passing juggling balls or juggling clubs, when you are, just say you and I are juggling like this. If I successfully throw and I put the club anywhere near where your hands are, it's your fault if you drop it. Just because I didn't put it exactly where it's supposed to go, or if I put a little bit too much spin on it, it's the person that's catching. It's always their fault. So if we take that into consideration, I don't ever watch the pouring cup. I only watch the dropping cup. We want to get this so that it is, there we go. Nice, confident pour. If you pour nice and slowly, then you can get a really long pour going. And always watch the hand that you're pouring into. Don't even worry about what the top hand is doing. That is unimportant. This will have a similar effect to it as shaking. If you guys are watching and you guys can hear it at all, there used to be ice in here. There is a lot less ice in here now. All of that motion has created less ice. All that motion has created some heat in the cocktail, and thus we are melting that ice into here. We're also mixing everything. There we go. Do one more, nice and slow at the top. Really pour tall. And there we go. That is boxing. Life lessons in one show. I, I have talked to very few people over these past few this past day. I ran an event where I was a captain and I helped people build ships. But other than that, I've talked to almost nobody, so I have a lot of time to think. a lot going on in here. Probably not a good idea, but it does make me sometimes think of beautiful life lessons, juggling usually related. Here's let me just say hello to Grant. It is his birthday as well, so Grant, you are sharing your birthday currently with Keith and with K-Dog. So there we go. Oh, and did I say Keith? Yeah, Keith and K-Dog. Happy birthday, Grant, winner of the 2022 Cush Tucky Derby. If only the husbands were here, we would finally have all four of our Kentucky Derby winners, our Cush Tucky Derby winners. We don't, though. We don't. They didn't make it. We want to put a little ice in this. Serve this with just a little ice. And there is no more ice left in here. All of that boxing has melted the ice, the ice. So be careful if you're putting too much ice in there. The ice will melt. It'll make your cocktail kind of a soupy mess. So we're just going to pour our Rum Runner right into here. And there we have it. That's a Rum Runner. That's my Rum Runner. There are lots of Rum Runners in the world. Some of them bring back the pineapple juice. I think that's probably a pretty good way to do it. If you're using bad pineapple juice, bring back the pineapple juice. Bring up something else. Maybe add in passion fruit or some other somewhat sour, another half sour. Something like mango would do kind of well in there. Something like orange juice would do pretty well in there. Find another juice that has a half sour, something that we call citrus but isn't so sour anymore. Find something like that. There we go. A lot of happy birthdays to Grants. There we go. We'll go through all these. Yeah, happy birthday, Grant. Happy birthday, Grant. Happy birthday, Grant. Well done. Anyway, the Rum Runner is, even though Tiki John apparently invented it, there's no real history of him doing it. Much like there's not a lot of history of anybody inventing any cocktail. We were all drinking at the time, so nobody remembers exactly what was going on. The Rum Runner is yours. The things that I would say are important to a Rum Runner would be you want to split that rum base. All right, so find something that is an easy rum, something like a filtered aged rum, and then also find something that is like a funky rum. You want a funky rum in there. Some sort of berry, whether you just want to use grenadine or whether you want to add a creme de mure in there as well. That's important. Some lime juice, certainly important in here. And then some other half juice. Most likely you're going to want a pineapple. I think a lot of people would be a little weirded out if you didn't put a pineapple in there somewhere, but you don't have to use all pineapple. It's a pretty simple punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're out the door. The Rum Runner. Cheers, guys. It's a classic for a reason. Yeah, it's a little sweet. That's why you want to use that heavy rum. If you only are using the white rum, you're going to run into some issues with just it tasting like it's a fruit shake. We don't want that. That's not that's not the idea. Yeah, unless you like fruit shakes. But also, if you're just using the heavy rum can sort of take over this thing. You can get, you know, a bigger drink than what most people are looking for in a Rum Runner. So split the base, lime, some sort of berry, and then some sort of half sour, and you are in a good spot. Try and box it. Try and box it outside first. The key lesson. Another life lesson for you guys. whatever you're gonna do inside, do outside first. I think Lao Tzu said that. That is what I got. Oh, gosh, Chris's drink is already gone. Anybody take that? Anybody? Anybody? Tiki Bonbon says, building ships. Is that what you said? More info next time. I'll tell you right now. I do not do Dr. Cush's exotic drinks as my main job. I don't know if you guys know that. This is not how I make my money. This is for the love of the game, my friends. So I do a lot of team building exercises. I take this horrible personality of mine and I take it on the road and I go to a number of different team building things and I MC those. That is one of the gigs that old Dr. Cush has in this gig economy. So today I worked with the Florida something of cities, the Florida, the something L, the Florida L of cities. And we did what's called a boat build. I gave them a bunch of cardboard and I gave them a bunch of plastic wrap and a bunch of pool noodles. And I told them that they have to build a boat that somebody can sit in and they have to paddle across a pool. And we had a race. I wore a very silly hat. And you guys check my Instagram. You can see the hat that I wore. I was here with my good friend Gil, the graffiti artist. So that's what I do for one of my jobs. So we're truly very odd. I used to be, yes, league. There we go, Bon. The Florida League of Cities. I was with the Florida League of Cities today. Sean also, I like that he said, that's what I went through. That's sometimes how I feel leading these team building exercises. I like them, but it does sometimes feel like it's a job for them too. So, listen, if you want to host a show about your passion with really nice people watching you, and you aren't making any money at it, you got to go make money somewhere else. So, I do a little hosting on the side. That's, I think, my friends, is what I got for you. Coming at you from St. Augustine, Florida. I travel a lot, so I'm not even exactly sure where St. Augustine is. I know I'm flying out of Jacksonville, so it's somewhere near Jacksonville. But to be very honest with you, I don't know much about Jacksonville either. Somebody told me it was in the north part, and I think I saw the Atlantic Ocean today. I haven't seen a single alligator, which is great. That's what I got for you guys. Until next time, I am Dr. Cush. We will be back here on Saturday for what? Our Halloween show. There is a prize. Thank you to Tiki Court for giving us our prize. There's Tiki Court saying hi. Oh, there's Tiki Tom here. Hey, Tiki Tom. Thank you for Tiki Court for giving us our prize. You will win one of the pins off of the Are You Dr. Jenga Jenga I don't know, canvas? I don't know what it is. You will win one of those if you have the best Halloween costume. I will need to see you on screen. So be prepared to be on screen. Remember, it's always better if you have headphones if you want to be on the screen. But wear your very best costume. I myself really like things that have to do with alcohol, but those don't always win. I think the winners so far have been the Apostle of Tiki. He made a Royal Hawaiian Scratch Mai Tai. That was his costume. He came as he had a crown, and he had a back scratcher, and I think he had a cape, and then he was holding a Mai Tai. That was pretty good. And then, of course, there's the infamous Bon Bon stealing my identity costume, which definitely won because I remember thinking, I didn't take that picture. Who took that picture of me? Bon Bon, terrifying. So Bon Bon is the one to meet, or one to beat this time. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back in the studio on Saturday for the Halloween show. Until then, what do we always say? The thing doesn't work at all. Where is Dr. Jenga Jenga? And bye-bye.